Gotta ask, when have I not been on my grind? Not a lot of times.
Yeah, I actually did acid, and yeah, I had to fart really bad. Not only did I have to fart really bad, I also got a headache like in the back of my head. Now let's not jump into the story really quick. Let's start from the beginning and how this all came up. Ewan, Caleb, Caden, me. We were all planning on going camping on the 4th of July up to the 6th of July. Now, Caleb used to be a pretty big acid head back in the day and kind of stopped over the last few years, and only recently in the last couple of weeks have got his hands back on acid. Now, I have never done acid. I've never actually done it up until this point, and honestly, I was a little intrigued on doing it. The only reason I was okay with doing it was because my brother Guy, God, you guys have no idea how annoying it is having to edit those. Like, every single damn video, I'm always mentioning someone's name and putting in the Johnny Test whip crack and putting in their photo. It's so freaking annoying, timing it with my lips and all that. And I don't know why I keep doing it. I don't know. Regardless, though, years and years ago, my brother Gaia said that he would be okay with doing acid because it's like the second best, like, I guess, I don't know exactly verbatim what he said, but it was like the second best, like, natural thing, right behind mushrooms. I even told Guy like a week back that I was planning on doing acid when going camping, because again, Caleb got his hands on some and he wanted to do some during camping, and I was like, well, frick, might just be the opportunity to do some, so let's do some. I told Guy this, and Guy was like, man, if you're only gonna do acid because I said years ago that I would do it because it's like the next best thing, the second, like, you know, natural thing, then don't bother doing it. But I was like, you know what, I'm still gonna try it out. I you know, just see what it's like. So the 4th finally comes. It's a Friday. We all set up our camp, and about an hour in, I want to say, it's about 6 o'clock, Caleb is like, all right, well, we gonna do this? And I'm like, yeah, let's do it. I was told acid keeps you up for like 12 freaking hours, so I was just kind of ready to be up for a while. But I didn't mind that. I was okay with being up for that long. So Caleb pulls out the tin foil and he shows me the tabs. They're a lot smaller than I thought they were. They're like really friggin' small. I'm looking at this tab and Caleb's like, yo, are you sure you want to do a full tab? Like, you don't want to like half it or anything? And I'm like, no, if I'm gonna do acid, I'm gonna go all the way. I'm gonna do a full tab. So he's like, all right, man, let's do it. So he gives me the little sheet and I put it graphic side down onto my tongue and I just kind of let it sit there for 10 to 15. And then I swallowed the tab after. An hour goes by and I'm not feeling like anything at all. After the 1 hour mark, I started getting like a headache in the back of my head. And I was telling my friends this and they're like, yo, are you sure it's just because like you haven't been drinking water? Like, you know, we have been doing a lot of body extensive stuff. You know, we've been needing to carry all our stuff to our campsite. Like, you know, it could just very well be that. But no, it's not like a headache. It's just like head pain in the back of my head. And it's not like a foreign headache, because I know that I would get these kinds of head pains when I would smoke boof all the time. So I knew that it was because of the drug and not just because I was doing shite all day. I do shite every single day, so the fact that this, no, it just doesn't, no. 2 hours goes by and all I feel is just head pain in the back of my head, and I'm like, god damn it, Caleb, let me get another tab right quick. He's like, you want another tab? And I'm like, yeah, let me get another tab just to see if this, you know, I just want to confirm that I'm going to get a trip. So he pulls out a second tab and I put the second tab on my tongue and I wait and wait. Keep in mind, I took my first tab at 6 and now it's like 8:18 and I take my second tab. So now I'm waiting. The head pain is still like getting kind of just like stronger as the hours go by. We went on like a little bit of a hike. I remember like seeing like very small like very small RGB little lights in the darkness. Oh my god, I need to silence my phone. I just silenced my phone. What do you still? There we go. So we go on the hike, and this whole hike, like, the back of my head is just hurting and hurting. We get back to our campsite, and now is really when shite starts to hit the fan. Out of nowhere, it feels like my body is going through the acid trip, but my face and mind is still the exact same. Like, I'm feeling like a lot of guttural movements in my belly, and it was getting like painful. I could just like, it just felt like a fart was building up like hard. This fart was seriously building up like so freaking hard that I was like in pain. I was grunting and like moaning. There were parts where I was like on both my knees looking up to God, like giving up my body for this fart. Mind you, I'm still like feeling jack shite from this acid. The only things I'm getting is a head pain in the back of my... hair in my mouth. Head pain in the back of my head and just a wicked fart building up. Holy shit, it hurts so bad, man. This fart was building up for over an hour, like confidently over an hour. I remember thinking, is this acid trip just going to contain me wanting to fart and not being able to fart? I seriously thought that's what it was gonna be. And let me tell you guys, when the fart finally came to the door and was ready to exit, it sounded so moist and just groggy, swampy, milky, like nasty farts. I was sitting in Caleb's hammock, and every time I would sit in his hammock, I would always just let a nasty rip. Even Caleb, before I even let out any fart, he's like, man, if you got a fart in my hammock, just do it. After the third moister in his hammock, he completely regretted giving me permission to lay some ones in his hammock. Yo, those farts were nasty. I swear to God, man, like after those first 3 farts came out, like my whole demeanor changed. I went from being a grunting pain mess to like happy-go-lucky, jumping, skipping, yippee. Not fun stuff, dude, I tell you what. Now, does that mean that I absolutely felt literally nothing from the acid? No, okay? I did feel something. What did I feel? Well, the most that I got from those 2 acid tabs, the peak of it was literally like when you do shrooms and it's like the tail ending of the shrooms. I got next to no visuals at all, like literally next to none. Again, like I saw like a little few like RGB lights in the darkness. And I remember thinking, like my thinking was a little more, not literal per se, but like, yeah, I guess, like ever so slightly literal thinking. I honestly, for me, shrooms are just the way to go. Shrooms, they just make you appreciate life just so much more, and they really give you a good damn feeling, man. Like, I don't know how it would be possible to get a bad trip on shrooms. I've never had a bad trip on anything, like weed or shrooms. Those are really the only 2 things I've done. I guess I can say I've done acid, but man, that acid must have been laced, because boy, I needed to fart. But having like a bad trip on shrooms just doesn't sound possible to me. I feel like people who have bad trips on shrooms is because they take the shrooms, they feel the effects, and they're like, oh man, why are these effects happening? Like, you ate the shrooms, just eat them and accept what's coming. Why are you taking shrooms and are surprised when things happen? Oh man, I have 2 extra fingers, this isn't right. No shite, boy. My parents are outside. I'm gonna close my window so that they cannot hear me talking about my acid trip. So we all go to sleep later that night. Again, I was told acid keeps you up for so long, it took me damn near no time to fall asleep. Like, I didn't fall asleep immediately, but it wasn't a struggle for me to fall asleep. Keep in mind, I'm not even sleeping on anything. I'm in a tent on the ground. All I had was my pillow. Fall asleep and we wake up the day after and my head is still hurting. Now the day after, we all wanted to swim and our campsite was right next to a body of water. Now the acid trip was practically over, if I can even call it a trip. Like, this is the day after now, but I'm still going to tell my day after, because honestly, the day after was so much more eventful than the day prior. So Caden and Ewan leave the campsite, they go into town to get more water for us, and it's up to Caleb and I to find a swimming spot. The 4 of us really wanted to swim somewhere, and there was a body of water next to our campsite, but in order to get into the body of water, you had to get through a lot of muck, and honestly, like, I was down to do it, but as soon as I stepped foot in the muck, I did not want to go all the way out there. Apparently there was like snapping turtles in that water too, you know, some little girl told us that, and after that we were all just kind of on edge because of that water. So it was up to Caleb and I to go find a suitable spot to go swim. Some lady told us that there's a path that leads to like some little rapids and there's a bridge there and we can like probably swim there, but we were told very vague directions. So fast forward a little bit, Caden and Ewan left into town and it was up to Caleb and I to find a spot to swim. I'm sitting sitting in Caden's hammock, Caleb is sitting in his hammock, and my head is still hurting, alright? I did not want to get up. I honestly just wanted to call off swimming because I just knew that all the water in the area was just so mucky and grody. So I tell Caleb, I'm like, man, I think let's just call it off, man. And Caleb's like, what? Nah, we can't call it off. We gotta go find a spot to swim. And I'm like, dude, I doubt we're gonna find those little rapids, man. I really doubt it. But then I'm like, you know what? Let's just take a path that's just slightly behind our campsite. Because the night prior, when we were doing like a little hike, we saw this family that took this path that was like on the opposite end. How do I explain this? Imagine there's a path and it does a T. We were on the left side of the path and they went right, and then we never saw that family again after that point. So the day after, Caleb and I are like, you know what, let's go down to the right and see where that family could have gone, because again, we never saw them after they left the night prior. So I get up and I'm like, Caleb, let's just do this now. And he's like, wait, let me pack a bowl first. And I was like, come on, man, like I was just down to go right now and you're gonna make me sit back down, man. This is not the way to do it. So he does his bong rip and we pop a few shrooms. I don't know how much we took, but we took a generous amount. Generous amount makes it sound like we took a lot, but we didn't. We took a respectful amount. And then we start the march. Honestly, the trail that we followed was pretty friggin' nice. We come across this first body of water and it just looks like nice, man. But the thing about it though is that there's like a lot of little lily pads like just scattered throughout this water. And honestly, I was considering just getting in and moving all the lily pads to the side. But I thought, what if I get in this water and then we continue the path and then we come across another spot to swim at, and I tell myself, why did I even bother getting in that water before? So I didn't go in the water. Caleb and I continue the path, and while we're walking, if there's no mosquitoes surrounding your body, it's a damn fly. And if there's no fly, then it's mosquitoes surrounding your body. So there's always freaking something. Never matter though, we continue the path and we walk for like a solid probably 23 to 26 minutes to find out where this path leads to. We continue this path, we go up like this little hill. We can't see what's beyond the hill, but then once we get to the top, it looks like different from what we've seen before. It looks nicely rocky and like, you know, there's some nice tall trees. And there's like a big rock ahead of us. We can't see what's beyond that rock, but I was interested to see. So I'm walking straight towards the rock and I look off to the right, and in between these two trees, I just see water so far down with like little damn trees. Like if you're at the trees, they're big trees, but from our perspective, they're just little damn trees down there. I look at Caleb and I point out what I saw, and we are both like, yo, how high are we right now? And no, we are not talking mushrooms, we are talking height. Caleb and I are just in awe. So we walk up to that big rock that was ahead of us and we stand on the rock, and oh my god. Before I tell you what we saw, I have to also tell you that while we were walking, Caleb and I were just making jokes about what if we follow this trail and like it leads to paradise? What if we follow this trail and it leads to like this nice cove with beach waves and people are surfing? What if we follow this trail and it leads to the rapids and you can swim there, but there's a bear in the rapids? Just a bunch of damn jokes thinking that we were not gonna get to what we needed. But holy shit. Like, holy fuck. Fuck. We get on this rock and it is just the biggest body of water that we had seen the whole time we went camping. And we are so high up, dude. We stand on this rock and we see this guy just like hanging off the rock, either about to start rock climbing down or he had just got up. We say hello to him and we look down, all the way down into the water, and there's just these dudes on like these boards that are just laying there enjoying their water time. Like literally a damn cutscene is what we stumbled upon. Like, no joke, so scripted. Like, literally, I stood on the rock and I saw the scenery, the scenic arse view, and I felt the black bars come in. That's how I knew that this cutscene had just started. And I knew that the cutscene was over when I saw a bird just like fly out of the forest, just like freaking beautifully. I saw the bird fly out and I'm like, okay, I gotta continue this path and get down to this water. Like, Caleb and I saw this water and we had no doubt that this is the water we are going to be swimming in, and there is going to be absolutely zero muck that we are going to run into to get into this water. We go down the path and we get onto these rocks that lead into the water, and we just get straight up nude. Okay, we didn't get nude, okay? We had our shorts on, so we got almost nude. We were just in shorts. We were in our swimwear. I get in this water and it's exactly what I needed. Keep in mind, like, I'm a little friggin' shroomed up and I am just appreciating so damn heavily what I'm experiencing right now. I'm in this water and I legit just like stay afloat, and I'm just like kind of swimming around. I'm like on my back swimming, using my legs the way a frog does. They're just like in that water for like over 10 minutes, just keeping afloat. So many times I would just like stay there and like stay afloat, and I was looking at just the scenery that I'm looking at and just the perfect blue sky and the liminal clouds, and I was just like, holy shite, this is like the perfect, like, this is what dreams are made of. So damn scenic, so damn beautiful, man. Caleb and I stay at this cove for like a solid 40 minutes. We couldn't get any service, so we didn't know if Caden and Ewan were back at the campsite or not. But honestly, we didn't really care. We really didn't care all that much. Caleb has a dragonfly land on his leg. There was this little snake that was in the water. And of course, the duality of man. Caleb gets an awesome dragonfly and I get some damn black fly just biting at my damn legs. Of course, I had to get the black fly and he had to get the dragonfly. Sick arse damn thing. But yo, just so much life where we were at. You're kidding! Wait a damn second. No. I seriously have not been recording with this microphone this whole time. It's literally just been camera audio. Damn it! Oh my god, that pisses me off. No, you know what? Screw it. Screw it. Screw it. I don't give a frick. You guys ready for the transition? There we go. The transition has just happened. Now we're using this mic. Hello? God, what a freaking bummer, dude. What a serious damn bummer. That's, oh god, that's such a damn shame. Frick's sake. Where the hell even was I, man? So Caleb and I are like, you know what? We should probably get back to the campsite to see if they're there. So we get dressed, you know. I left my shoes off. I was just gonna walk back barefooted. And we get up and I tell Caleb, I'm like, yo, Caleb, like, honestly, I have a strong feeling that only you and I are gonna be the ones who experience this, and Caden and Ewan are not going to see this. And he is like, man, I didn't want to say it, but yeah, honestly, I think you're right. So we start walking back, and as soon as we start walking back, I was starting to go insane, like seriously insane, because of this one fly. This one damn fly kept flying around my damn head, trying to make a damn nest in my hair, flying into my ear. I'm swatting it away. Like, I feel like I'm going schizo, like seriously nuts, losing my marbles. For over 20 minutes, this fly, damn, his wings just, he could not give up. Like, holy shite, fly. Go find your damn wife. Get a damn life, dude. Like, go get lunch. What the frick are you doing? We are so big of humans, we have nothing to offer you. Like, seriously making me go haymaker. We're walking back, man, and I just feel insane. I feel like I'm swatting away. I can hear the fly in my ear. Like, I felt like I was like the equivalent of like a junkie in a room that was so dim and dungy, and there's like spray paint on the walls. The mattress is so stained up, no sheets, no nothing. Like a crack house, man. I felt like I was a damn junkie losing my mind. I'm starting to lose some warmth. Hold on. And tell me why. As soon as we get back to our campsite, this fly fricks off. Like, it's comical how freaking... That fly, man. Like, that fly was messing with my mojo. I stepped on like a sharp arse rock. It didn't pierce skin, but it literally felt like it like broke the muscle inside my foot. That shite hurt. I stubbed the ever-loving out of my long toe on this rock, and dude, I swear to God, the toe just went in on itself. Like, even Caleb heard the crack of it. We get back to the campsite, and Caden and Ewan are like, so did you find somewhere to swim? And we are like, yo, we found somewhere to swim. And Caden was like upset because he thought that we were gonna find a spot to swim and then go back to the campsite. But I'm telling you, if he saw what we saw, there was no way we were gonna turn back and miss out on that opportunity. He was like, honestly, like, I had faith that you guys were gonna come back. At least I had faith in Caleb. Marshall, not you so much, but I thought that at least Caleb was gonna come back and get us. But like, at the same time, can you blame us? We didn't know if they were back at the campsite or not, like, at all. We didn't get a call. We got nada. But maybe they did call, but we just didn't know because we had no service. So Caden's like, all right, well, let's go back, man. Like, let's do it. And I tell him, I'm like, yo, honestly, man, I really would, but that fly, I am not doing it. And the worst part is that cutscene is so worth it. It's seriously so worth it. Like, the memory that I made from seeing that will never be forgotten, and the fact that it was only Caleb and I who saw it is... Whew. You guys seen the Crudes, the first one? You know how in that, like, the whole, like, first 3/4 of that movie is just, like, them in the cave, and it's just, like, they're just used to just bad stuff happening all around. And then you know how at the end of the movie, like, you know how the grass is greener on the other side, and then they get to the other side, and it's literally, like, paradise? Caleb and I saw paradise. Caden and Ewan were used to the cave. So, like, when we got back, it's like Caleb and I were changed men. Like, the dynamic from Caleb and me to Caden and Ewan was completely split. Like, seriously, oh my God. I will never forget that moment, man. Like, oh my God. Best part is, I didn't even get a photo of the cutscene, so that's just stuck in my head. Even Caleb, every time I see him now, he's like, yo, I can't stop thinking about that cutscene. Seriously beautiful. Like, oh my God! Like some national park or shite. So to wrap things up, Caleb and Ewan went back into town because Ewan had to take a big fat poo. Caden took a swim in the original mucky lake that we were next to our campsite. And we were supposed to leave the campsite the morning after, but that night at like midnight, we were in the tent, and the three of us minus Caden all just kind of started conspiring, thinking like, what if we did just pack up and left right now? And honestly, Ewan was not having that good of a time camping. He just didn't like the damn bugs and just camping as a whole. He enjoyed being with the homies, but just not the camping. So when Ewan heard that we were all kind of on board to leave this campsite tonight, he was honestly like, you should have seen the glee on this kid's face. So dude, we packed up and we made our freaking way out of there. We started packing up at around 12:19, like midnight, and we didn't leave until about 2:19 or so. So literally like 2 hours of just like packing and shit. What a time. Got back into our hometown at 5 in the morning, and the rest is history. So people, lesson of the story: if you want to feel like your stomach hurts so bad and you have to fart so bad, then try acid. That doesn't sound tempting, right? So don't try acid. Mushrooms, do not be scared of mushrooms. There's literally freaking nothing to be scared of mushrooms. And if you go into mushrooms with the mindset that something may go wrong, what the hell are you even considering taking them for then? You're clearly not ready. I mean, even I thought that I wasn't really ready. One of the most recent times that I did mushrooms, and after I did it, I was like, there's literally nothing that could go wrong on these shrooms. Although I did find that I definitely prefer doing mushrooms by myself, because interacting with people while on mushrooms is just not the way to go for me. I definitely prefer just being on my lonesome. So there you guys go. That was my acid story, my acid trip, my first ever acid trying. Maybe I'll try it again in the future, but I don't want to do acid again and know that the back of my head will hurt, because I don't like that head pain at all. So there you go. I hope you enjoy the gameplay in the background. This is my gameplay. I was playing it earlier today. the day. Session is so freaking fun too, especially with the new update. Like, it looks proper now. Marshall Acosta coming in at 658 subscribers at the time of this recording of this video. People, hit that dislike button. Hit this, add this video to your watch laters. I'm trying to hit 999 subscribers at the end of the year. Why 999? You will find out when I get there. So help me out with this. The Marshall Acosta fandom is going to be big one day, and I want you to be a part of it. I really do. Anyways, guys, go enjoy your night, go enjoy your day, and I have to tell you something. I was at the skate park yesterday, and like some 13-year-old, maybe 14-year-old kid literally recognized me from my video. I guess from my channel, not my video. I went to the club too, like over a month ago, and I got recognized there too by some girl. So guys, it's happening. It's freaking happening. Let me know if you guys like my story times. I can tell other stories, but I just don't. I still want to tell the story of my first ever fight. So if you guys want to hear about that, let me know in the comments, and I will reach out to the guy who I had a fight with, and I will ask him if he's okay with me sharing that story. Let me know what you guys want to see next, and yeah, tell your friends about me, because clearly when you tell your friends about me, they recognize me in public. Bye.